Hey guys, welcome to my Seaman Says YouTube channel.
Watch our interviews with big name stars, highlights from the podcast, and more.
Hit subscribe and don't forget to like, comment, and share.
How are you guys?
We're okay.
We're all in black. We're mourning.
Yeah, me too. I think that we've got everything together. Like there was obviously England and the setup had to go and start from the basics again, and they've got everything right. Everything, except the mentality to get it over the line when it matters. Unfortunately, and I don't know how you rectify that.
Well, we were just saying it's a bit of a catch-22 because you need that confidence. You need the winning something to have the confidence of doing it, but we can't seem to do that to go in with that sort of confidence.
No, and I spent a bit of time with the lads. I went into the camp.
What did you say?
Well, we just hung. Look, it was. I'm 48, but really I'm 16 or 14. So I went into the camp as an elder statesman in my industry. But really, when I got in there, I'm just like, oh my God, it's Declan Rice. Oh my God, Saka. And even with Jude Bellingham, who's 19, I'm like,
yeah, I love that.
So anyway, but it was like a mutual thing from the camp. It was like I dig them and they dig me, and it was just like, wow, this is absolutely mind blowing. And it was a wonderful evening. The great thing about it was there were so many great things about it, but the fact that the cohesion the camp had got, how much they liked and loved each other. You could tell that they loved each other. And, you could tell that they were so polite and so lovely and so kind with their spirit and with their time that it made me super, super proud. And as a young football fan in my mind, it was a proper treat. The game itself, I thought and if you look at the stats, the eye test was we bossed it. The stats test was we bossed it. But yet again, we find in countries like France and whoever else, when it matters, can literally stick their head on it like Giroud did and put it in the back of the net from some weird angle. And I just think that it is a mentality. It's a way of thinking and a way of being. And it's 56 years, I think, since 1966. And like I said at the start, it seems like we've got absolutely everything right apart from our own mentality. And I think we've got the talent. We've got the talent to be world champions. And
do you think we're getting there though, Robbie? Do you think we're getting better at these bigger moments?
No, absolutely. I think that we've been delusional in the past about our place at the table. Where we sit, what we should be, and how we should be treated. I think that now is the first time in the last 3 tournaments where we deserve our place mentally in our mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want Gareth to stay?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I do want Gareth to stay because, who's available?
Well, we said this earlier, Robbie, about people are saying like, oh yeah, we want someone in that can kick on or go to the next level towards that. And I'm like, and I've said earlier that next level thing really does my head in because he's got us to this certain level and whoever comes in doesn't guarantee that they kick on to the next level.
No.
It happened at Arsenal when we got rid of Arsene Wenger. We're only just reaching Arsene's worst level at the moment.
And also, whoever we're going to get is only available because they didn't kick on at the place that they've just been fired from.
Exactly.
Because we can't. There's only there's only one Pep, and there's only one Klopp.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody else is in a job.
Well, Eddie Howe is one that's been spoken about, isn't it? But would he leave Newcastle?
Yeah, but no, it's not even a step sideways. It's a step down for Eddie at the minute. He could be starting the start of a you know, the new Man United from the 90s. Newcastle could be the brand new Man City. Why would you give that up to go out in a quarter-final to
exactly, and then get all this stick.
I think he's a lovely man. I think that he's great at his job. The way that he's brought those boys together, the way that it sounds different to the way that it was in the 90s. You know, I wasn't there, but I understand the clicks and all of that business. None of that when I went into the camp.
Did you see any of the boys after the match?
No, but I think I might be seeing Harry Maguire today. I think I might be.
What was it like, Robbie, when you were singing in front of the lads? You know, how did you feel?
Intimidating.
Did you?
Yeah, intimidating. I'll tell you why. The lads, you know for yourself. The team doesn't want to look an idiot in front of each other.
Yeah.
So they won't emote in any way. They won't laugh at the joke that you say or not say. They won't join in with the lyrics. They won't sing up because they don't want to look an idiot in front of each other. And my whole gig is based on audience participation. So I'm only as good as you allow me to be. And you've got all the coaching staff and all the kit men that I'm loving angels instead. You've got all the team. They've got all the team that just don't want to look an idiot in front of each other.
No, but that's so different to Soccer Aid. Do you remember when you did it in Soccer Aid when we played it at Man City, and then all the lads start, because like Robbie, I tell you now, right, when you got up and started singing in front of us, because like Angels was on, it was on the CD player, weren't it? And you just got up and started singing, and I got like total body goosebumps. I was like, oh my God, it was like such a moment.
Yeah,
but then everybody was up though, weren't they?
Yeah, but if you can imagine being in the Arsenal dressing, well, you don't have to imagine, but like me coming into the Arsenal dressing room the night before an FA Cup and singing my songs, you know, it was.
What was your set list? What do you do in that scenario? What gets them going?
Okay, so I started with Sweet Caroline. Right?
Wow.
Okay. But then I started to sing it, and then I stopped. And I texted Harry Maguire, and I said, "Who thinks they're a singer in the camp?" And he was like, "James Maddison." So I started to sing it, actually, and I got James Maddison up to sing it with me.
Brilliant.
Right. So they loved that, and I loved that, and you know, that was fun. And then I sung "Don't Look Back in Anger," and then I sang "Angels." But then this is the mistake I made, right? This is the mistake I made. I sang "Football's Coming Home,"
right?
But I got the feeling as I'm singing it that, like, I don't know if it was either a bad omen or they don't like the song or it annoys them. But I just got this feeling in the air that the song that I'd chosen to sing, this is the wrong song to be singing right now.
Did you abort?
No.
You powered on through.
Once you're committed. But let me tell you, 3.5 minutes of, they're not digging this. 3.5 minutes of that can feel like an eternity.
I wonder how many of them have sang Robbie Williams songs at their initiations. Because they do, don't they, footballers, David? You have to sing a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually later on sang "My Way" with Harry Kane.
Wow. Love that.
I sang "My Way" with Harry Kane.
I wish you just said "This Way" with Harry Kane. That way.
Yeah, and then Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish turned up a bit later, and he was like, I was hoping you'd get me up to do "She's the One." I really like she's the one.
That's a great impression.
He turned up late. I can't believe he turned up late for you.
Did he get lost?
Yeah.
Bless him.
If I'd have known, I'd have sung "She's the One" with Jack Grealish. Yeah,
That would have been
so
special.
the answer to the question was it was intimidating because they don't behave like a normal audience would behave just because they don't want to look silly in front of each other.
Where is this,
That
brother? What's
being
the setting?
said-
Are we talking in the dressing room? Are we talking in the hotel? Where was this taking place?
It was in their
Their
camp.
camp. Yeah.
It was in their camp. Not only was it a difficult audience, there was a swimming pool in between me and them.
Oh no!
So there's like a gap between
Yeah.
myself and the audience. So yeah, I was intimidated.
That's like doing X Factor at Simon Cowell's house, isn't it? With the pool in between.
yes, but not only that. You know, my head was with lots of, you know, Radio Rob is mental. So I'm just like looking at people going, I'm singing, but I'm going, does Phil Foden even know who I am? and then look over and I go, Jude Bellingham should ask his nan about me. That's what my head was doing.
Yeah. Robbie, I'm at that stage now where I'm getting girls come up to me and they come up to me and they go, "Oh, can I have a photo?" And they go, "For me nan."
That's what's happened.
Yeah. What's your movements now, Rob? I know you're going to be starting a massive tour, aren't you?
I did the UK.
Yeah.
And then next year it starts again in earnest at the end of January. And I'm off into Europe, and that's me for the whole year, really, with breaks here and there. It's a big year of touring. I've got this biopic coming out about me, this film about me, done by the director that did The Greatest Showman.
Oh, nice.
I've got this Netflix thing that's happening, 4-episode documentary about me on Netflix. It's going to be a big year next year.
What's it feel like to have your whole year already pretty much planned out? It sounds tiring.
Oh, mate, Adam, my whole next 4 years is already planned out.
Bloody
No
hell.
way.
Wow.
Yeah, like I know what I'm doing in, you know, diary this time in 3 years' time. Yeah. Until you asked that question, I didn't know that wasn't normal.
Well, I guess you've been in that since such a young age, then it's part of the course, isn't it?
Once upon a time, was that schedule dictated to you, and now you're aware of this schedule, but have you chosen it?
Now, I would say back in the day, there's a boy band schedule where everybody that works with the boy band is going, we've got them for 3 years at the most.
Let's milk the cash out of them.
Yeah, and it's dreadfully unhealthy. Now I've
I
got
bet.
people, you know, I've had the same management for 27 years. They know me. They know what I'm capable of. They know my mind. They know what's too much. They know what isn't enough. So I'm not sit there at a board meeting discussing what the diary is going to be. I just turn up, and they know how much sleep I need, and they know how it needs to be. You know, it's a lot different than it was in the boy band days.
Do they class the fish tank as therapeutic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my mental health. It's my comfort. The fish tank, and now I need it everywhere I go. I'll be needing it on the plane with me later on.
Yeah. If that was in my room, I would definitely be fishing it. I would have my rod in there, mate.
You would have a field day in here. Do you know what's weird about this tank? Well, lots of things really, but there's divers that go past your room.
No.
And they can't be in. And there's one on its way now. There's a diver on its way now. They can't see.
I take it you're under the water level then, or is this like a Dubai? You could be 50 feet up and you still have a fish tank, but look at that.
That's amazing.
I'm just below. I'm not like fathoms below. I'm just below the water surface. Up there.
Do they let you know so you're not naked when he goes past? You go, oh, hello, mate.
No, they don't. They don't. That's the thing. So like,
Has he got a camera with him?
It's like a mad dash to the toilet before they look up. You're actually looking at goggles to go right now. Go.
What a job for the diver.
Oh man.
Also it's general public, because it's like the diver and then they bring members of the general public.
No way.
You think that they're selling the experience in the sea? They're
selling
you.
They didn't know it was me. Now I'm a fish.
I can almost hear it being narrated by Attenborough as well.
Yeah.
And here is the rare Robbie Williams in all his glory. Yeah.
The pop star in his natural habitat.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, is that a turtle?
Wow.
That's
No,
massive.
That's
Stingray or something.
Stingray.
Oh, stingray. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Are you, Dave? You said okay. There was trepidation in your voice. Are you now scared of the stingray?
Yeah, I think I am a little bit.
Because of Steve Irwin.
Exactly. Exactly, yeah.
Before Steve Irwin, we were just in the sea stroking them, playing with them.
Feeding them. I've done that. I've done it myself. Yeah.
But now, just that
nowhere
one
near
death,
him.
we're like, stingray.
No, keep them away, mate. So when you're on tour, Rob, will you still be able to keep up with the Premier League?
Oh, yeah.
And Vale?
Yeah, the Vale are doing well.
Yeah.
They're in League One now, and they're holding up their own. They're
mid-table, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, not only they're mid-table, they're like 4 points off the playoff zone. So the good times are back again, which is amazing.
2 points. I'm having a look now. 2 points off in 11th place. That's pretty respectable.
Hold on. How did they get on Saturday? I keep forgetting that there's other football going on.
Please finish higher than Portsmouth. Please finish higher than Portsmouth.
Are you a Southampton fan?
I am, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And what about Soccer Aid, Rob? Will you be around for Soccer Aid?
Yeah, I will. The dreadful sequence of results that we've had at Soccer Aid has.
Oh, mate, I know we need you to have some influence.
I did.
Bring the Brazilian referee.
Oh, mate, no. I was with Kenneth, who organises it.
Yeah, I know you mean.
I don't care. I said I don't care. We've got to rig it this time.
You just got to get the right officials. Yeah.
No, I don't mean cheats. I just mean we've got to get the celebs sorted. The celebs have got to be sorted, because the rest of the world team just has all of these great celebs that have played or could play at a greater level than their stature suggests. So,
what is it? Four on the trot now for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
That's
so
way
I think
too many,
we've got to
mate.
be a bit more ruthless. And I saw Ruud Gullit in Qatar, and he still thinks that I stitched him up from the very first Soccer Aid we did when he was manager.
Why? Oh, because he just thought you'd rigged it.
They thought I'd rigged the celebs. I mean, they only lost 2-1, and it was now nearly 20 years ago. You stitched me up.
But that's the best thing about it, though, is they get so competitive. It's like Mourinho. Remember that time when he started cheating, when he put the two subs on, and they took them off after about a minute because they weren't very good.
What about when Harry lost the plot this time?
Yeah, I know, on the sideline.
Yeah, but I mean, people don't think those games matter, but they really do. They matter to everybody that's on the pitch, and they really matter to management too. You know, everybody. That's what makes it so entertaining.
Have you got a Premier League team, Rob?
Yeah, I do have a Premier League team.
Do you?
And it's Manchester United.
Oh, that's all right. The signal's still good.
Boo.
If it had began with a T, the signal would have got really bad. Do you think Arsenal have got a chance though, Rob?
Yeah, I do. I do think they've actually got more than a fighter's chance too, because it's I don't want to curse it, but it looks from the outside that it's very much like the England camp. There was a cohesiveness and a love for each other and a vibrancy and a joy that we haven't seen at Arsenal for a very long time. Genuine smiles on faces and prolonged smiles on faces too. And you can tell that something is happening. And obviously, it's just going to be about consistency. And it's going to have to be an epic thing that they do to match anything that Man City do. Yeah. But I do believe that it can be done.
Yeah. What I loved about what you said about earlier when you went into the England camp is that you can feel that they respect you, the respect that they give you. You know, the players, as like you going in, you know, and even I go into Arsenal every week and I coach with the young goalies, but the respect that the first team players give you is really nice to see.
Yeah, I think there's been a change in mentality of the footballer from the 90s footballer to the footballer that we've got now. It's just
definitely, and you see them in interviews, and they're so much better.
Yeah, eloquent and. Yeah, there's just I think there's like you say, there's just a different level of respect that for me going in as a fan and I'm wondering whether any of them really know me. Genuinely, it was like overwhelming. I came home and was sort of, I was buzzing, you know. We played this game that I call Villagers and Wolves and they call it Wolves. And the whole of the game hinged on my decision, the whole of it. And we played it with the whole of the squad. So if I got the decision wrong in this game, pie. But if I got it right, I got it right. The whole squad celebrated with me like I scored a goal. And
so what's this decision on? What is the decision you had to make?
They have to lie on things, don't they? And they have to tell all sorts. I heard Aaron I did an interview with Aaron, and they were talking about it then.
It's my favorite game. It's my favorite game. I've
never even heard of it.
No, I haven't either.
So there's a village, and you get given a card, and on your card it either says that I'll simplify it. Either says you're a villager or you're a wolf. But if you're a wolf, you've got to pretend to be a villager. And you basically have to figure out just by people's mannerisms and how they're being, whether they're lying or not. And then you vote somebody out each round as a village. And so, you know, the wolves be wolf-esque and they sort of be Machiavellian and try to engineer it that they win. So they'll be like, in that game, there was 4 wolves, but there was 20 people playing. So those 4 wolves had to kill everybody and the villagers had to not find out. Anyway, in the end, it was down to Saka and Harry Kane.
Right.
And I was going to choose Saka because the whole of the squad were on at him for the last 4 rounds. And I was like, well, nobody's trusting you. So that's the only thing they've got to go on. And then in the last second, I just went, Harry Kane. And everybody, it just erupted. And it was It was a life moment that I will cherish.
Brilliant. Mate, it's been brilliant having you on again. Absolutely loved it.
Pleasure, anytime.
When we had you on last time, we all logged on and we heard a little snippet of some music, and we all went, "Oh, was that new music from Rob there?" And obviously, lo and behold, the album came out, and there's a track on there called "Lost," and it's obviously an original track because obviously a lot of them are covers on there, and it's come up on my Spotify 20 playlist that it gives you at the end of the year as one of my favorite songs, and it's a beautiful track. I absolutely adore it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm proud of that one. It's I think it's one of those songs that if it had come out in 2002, it could be like Feel. It's one of those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can hear. Yeah, definitely hear it.
In that pantheon. Yeah, I dig it. I'm glad you do too, Adam. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Anyway,
nice one, mate.
All right, folks. Be well.